Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Oh, wow, I look a little bit like Rudolph with that sunburn on my nose. It's been a roller coaster ride of a year for sure, but it's basically all been the uphill part of the roller coaster. And we're still waiting for the downhill part where you get the loop-de-loops and, waving your hands in the air and all that. There is reason for optimism though, and I think 2021 has potential to be a return to normalcy. I do think we're still a little bit away from being able to get outside and enjoy yourself without worrying about anything again though. So if you're like me and your Christmas will be spent mostly indoors, potentially with a lot of time to yourself and no family around, you're probably looking for something to do. In this video, I'm going to take you through my top 5 suggestions for Nintendo Switch games to play over your holiday break. Before we get into it, I wanted to ask today's question, which is, do you have any Christmas gaming traditions? And if so, what are they? Maybe there's a game you play at this time of year for its nostalgia aspect? Or you have a tradition of trouncing your family in a game of Mario Party? Let me know in the comments section below. Alright, let's get into the video. If you haven't played Hollow Knight yet, then I'm begging you to pick it up and give it a try over the Christmas break. It is my all-time favorite game in the Metroidvania genre, for its ability to perfectly blend its exploration aspect with the unforgiving combat encounters. The thing I admire most about this game is the atmosphere that is created through combination of stunning visuals and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. As an extra bonus, the Switch version of this game comes with all 4 DLC packs included, so you'll have hours upon hours of content to get through. While thematically this game may seem more suited for Halloween, I argue that the incredible ability of this game to draw you into the world it has created is a perfect choice for anyone who is spending Christmas in isolation this year. Also, it seems like Hollow Knight's Silk Song may be coming out next year, so this is the perfect time to get into the series, as you'll have more to experience in not too long. For those of us with subpar PC specs, and who don't own either of the next generation consoles, CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 seems like it'll be a ways off being something we can experience, what with the recent dramas around performance issues, even on higher end computers. Until they sort that out, let's revisit their most well-known masterpiece. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition includes all of the DLC for The Witcher 3, and is surprisingly well optimized for the Switch. I've experienced very few frame drops while playing on the TV, though handheld mode does have some issues every now and then. There is a reason why many people put this game in their top 5 of all time, and you're looking at upwards of 50 hours game time when including all of the DLC, to run around as Geralt full sending some baddies to the Shadow Realm. For me and many others, Christmas is about nostalgia. It's about remembering the innocent days before we had to worry about our 9-to-5 hustle and all we cared about was trying to catch Mew by moving the truck in Pokemon Red, or logging on for another game of Castle Wars in RuneScape. Enter Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a collection of 3 remastered 3D Mario games: Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. Personally, I played all 3 of these games at different points in my upbringing, so being able to relive them all through one game is the perfect Christmas experience. I will add though, that all these games are very strong performers even against today's standards, so if this is the first time you'll experience them, don't let that convince you not to pick them up, as you're in for an unforgettable experience. For the more veteran players, consider spicing things up by purposefully limiting yourself. I recently did a playthrough of Mario Sunshine without using the hover nozzle, which I streamed over on twitch.tv/DebonairJerry. And I can't put into words how gratifying completing the game was after spending 6 hours attempting the final level and finally making it through. Also worth keeping in mind is that this game will be removed from the eShop at the end of March next year, so time is running out to pick up these classics. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is, in my opinion, one of the greatest games of all time. With 2021 being the 35th anniversary of the release of The Legend of Zelda for the NES, and the teaser that we recently saw, the sequel could be on its way for next year's holiday season. Until then, what do we have to hold us over? Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. For those unfamiliar with the Dynasty Warriors series, This game does not play like your typical Legend of Zelda game. You'll be trading exploration and shrine finding to smashing your way through hundreds of bokoblins as a large cast of characters that you know and love from Breath of the Wild. Who wouldn't want to play as Revali, zooming around in the sky, taking out some fools from above? The story of this game is set 100 years before Breath of the Wild, but features many of the same characters, so if you're looking for a little extra Zelda to tide you over until Breath of the Wild's sequel, this is your go-to game. Now, I'm sure some of you will have already guessed what the last game on this list is, but before we get to that, if you've enjoyed this list, or it's given you some ideas of what to play over Christmas, be sure to give the video a like, and maybe consider subscribing if you'd like to see similar content. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get to the last game on the list. There are a few games that have had as opportunistic a release time as Animal Crossing New Horizons. A game that is all about building your own community and making friendships was somewhat of a phenomenon when it released just as the lockdown was beginning. I've seen several accounts online of people substituting Animal Crossing for real-life gatherings, some even holding faux weddings in the game after their real weddings were cancelled. So why not hold a Christmas party in the game if you can't see your loved ones in real life? This type of game is taking the #1 spot on today's list because it allows us to tap into what the holiday season is really about, which is spending time with the people you care about. Even if you can't play online, the citizens of your town will be more than happy to have a chat with you, so if you're craving the social aspect of Christmas but can't get it in real life, this is definitely the next best thing. Plus this way there won't be any awkward Christmas lunches with that one uncle. You guys know who I'm talking about.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
There's also a whole bunch of Christmas-themed events happening in the game right now. Make sure you've bought the whole set of Santa clothes and check in at 6 PM on the 24th of December, as there will be a reindeer named Jingle who will ask you to hand out presents to your villagers, and when you're done, you'll be awarded with some Jingle furniture and a Christmas wreath. Everybody wins! So that's my top 5 Switch games to play during the holiday season. If you have any other suggestions for games people should check out, be sure to leave a comment, or feel free to pop into the stream and leave a message there and we can have a chat. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, stay classy. Big damage, baby. 36. Whoa! Bye! Oh my days. Oh, goodbye. What? What? Oh my God.